for sure about the data, but the purpose of the of asylum adjudication is to adjudicate asylum.
Well, I understand that, but
allows them to make these statutory claims.
I'm not an attorney.
Justice Department.
I'm not an attorney. You're an accomplished judge, so I'm looking at this just from a practical standpoint. When the data says that over almost 2 million people across the border illegally since January, and it is 80% likely that they're not going to have a valid asylum claim. How any reasonable person could look at that and say something is being abused here. It's a gateway to get into this country, drift into these shadows, and virtually never leave the country. But here's the one that I'm most concerned with, and why I think a briefing with the same people that we met with at the border, many of the people on this committee were there when I was. Hundreds of gotaways a day getting across the border. And gotaways are not ones that that want to be processed through asylum. They want to evade detection. They want to drift in. How on earth can we assume that there's anything but a malign purpose for them trying to evade detection? Otherwise, you just get into the system. You're going to be here for years. You're going to abuse the asylum system. They're skirting it to the tune of a couple of hundred a night, and this has been going on for months. So now we have thousands of people who came into this country. The cartel set a pick. They sent about 50 people over to engage the border patrol so that they can send another couple of hundred into our society. They're drug traffickers, they're human traffickers, they're gun smugglers, they're gang members, and they're coming in by the thousands every month. That is a DOJ problem. That is a crime in our communities problem, and it's actually making the Hispanic communities, the majority of which are coming over are Hispanic, those communities less safe. I would really encourage you to go back to the border and look at it from the perspective of your role as Attorney General and the hundreds and the thousands of illegals who are coming across our border every day. Many of them drifting in and evading detection and making our communities less safe.
Senator Tom Tillis, Republican of North Carolina.
I do have a number. I've got intellectual property, a number of implementation issues that I'm going to submit for the record. But, Mr. Garland, we have a problem at the border, and the DOJ has to engage and recognize that part of that problem you're going to have to fix. We got to stop the $13 million a day that the cartels are getting for human trafficking. That's a documented number. We've got to stop the tons of fentanyl and drugs that are poisoning Americans because we have an out-of-control border situation. This is a law enforcement issue. I understand it's an immigration issue, but we have to get you, I think, read up